city of Eastridge. If y'all would please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, Melissa, if we could get roll call. Here? Yep.
It's red.
Here.
Vice Chairperson Souter, Commissioner Myers. Here. Commissioner Thompson.
Here.
Commissioner Malone.
Here.
Okay, if we could review the minutes from March 11th and get an approval. Whenever you guys are ready.
Make a motion to approve the March 11th meeting minutes as written.
A motion and a second.
Commissioner Myers.
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson.
Yes.
Commissioner Malone.
Yes.
Chairperson Davis.
Yes. The first, if we could, if there are any communications or comments from public not associated with Encase today. Okay, I don't have anyone here. So the next order of business, this is 1200 Forest Green Drive. This is an update of progress from March 11th meeting regarding cleanup and sale of the property. If you guys would like to come up, you can come up.
Hello.
Hi. So tell us what's going on so far.
Okay, it was originally going to be sold to ProSource, but they've turned it over to a place called Real Gold. And it's my understanding they're out of Ohio. I'm not sure. They never contacted me. But we have closing on April the 10th, which is Friday at 1 o'clock.
Okay. Are they aware of the condition of
Yes.
the home and that there is we placed a condemnation on this property?
Yes.
So they are aware?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
So,
said, they said they were gonna tear out the
Right.
ceilings and the paneling and all.
well, post-closing, they'll need to be in contact with Tori and she'll need their information as well because the property will still be here even though it sells.
Right.
So they'll need to make sure that they communicate with her.
Yes.
And I believe last meeting, we had discussed getting bids for cleanup just in case.
So I did not do that.
Okay,
Only because I did talk to Miss Betty,
okay,
and she did tell me that they were supposed to be closing Friday. I'm trying to give benefit of the doubt, because I don't want to waste anybody's time, and I
Right.
don't want to put the burden on them, you know?
exactly,
So-
exactly, understandable. And they said April what?
10th.
This
So that's,
Friday.
that's
Friday.
the day
This
after
Friday.
tomorrow.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Any questions or? I just don't want to get into another situation, the same as last month, and then it extend longer,
Right. I understand.
with cleanup or any plans.
They also have been in and out trying to get their belongings out too. I
Okay.
do know that.
Yeah.
So it's not just been sitting. They're still actively working now. Obviously, the cleanup and getting it back to habitable conditions, no, not yet. But I know that they've been working to get things out.
Is there anything that any documentation that you get signed at closing that would, so that you know this has been disclosed to the new owner and there's a way for you to get contact information for the new owner?
No, okay. I don't. I've talked to ProSource. Is that who it was? Okay. I talked to them first and I explained to them, but this is the first I've heard of this Real Gold company. I can draft something if need be to let them know. However you want me to do it.
Is it gonna be a physical closing or a Zoom closing?
What title company are you closing?
Springdale,
Okay.
yeah.
Um,
I did send an email to the city of East Ridge today to your attention, but I imagine you didn't get it. Yeah,
I'll give you my email though.
okay, thank you.
I would just maybe get with them
Okay.
and, get in touch with the title company that's doing the closing
Mhm.
and see, if they can, whether it's some kind of a disclosure or something that you're putting on record that the new owner needs to address this and that you're getting permission for them to disclose the new owner's contact information to you.
Okay. Miss Betty, who did you say is the title company?
Springdale, would it help you if I give you their telephone number?
Yes. So I can call them.
I don't have it with me.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah. I'll get it from
I'll
you.
call you, yeah.
I'm gonna give you my city cell phone too, because it's easier to get hold of me.
Yes, okay, thank you.
Okay, well, hopefully that will help everything out. So I'm gonna make a motion that we pass this to our meeting in, when's our next meeting? April?
May 13th.
May 13th, we're in April.
Yes.
I'm gonna make a motion, we pass this to May 13th meeting, to give you guys time to close, and hopefully a representative from the new owners will be able to be present at that meeting to give us an update.
Okay,
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to pass to May 13th.
Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Commissioner Valone,
Yes.
Chairperson Davis.
Yes. Thank you, guys. Wish you the best of
you.
luck.
Thank
guys
you
get to
so
go home
much.
now, huh?
No, we still have more. We still have more.
I don't know where it got sent to.
It was text to, the city of East Ridge.
The 867 number?
Yes.
It's our main, yeah, so I didn't get anything, and I was
Okay.
like, cause I saw your voicemail. I was like, okay, like, that's enough for me, and I got so
Thank
busy.
you.
And
No,
then I was
thank
like,
you, guys.
I was like,
Thank
what the heck?
Best of luck.
That's my city cell phone. I won't answer this phone, cause I don't me all the time.
Okay, all right. So is it okay if I text you that information?
Yes, you can
and-
text
And then
me.
they'll have their telephone number?
Yeah, just get me that over, and I'll call them myself.
Thank you.
Thank y'all forever. Thank you.
Okay, the next order is 3612 Whitehead Avenue, same update of progress from the March 11th meeting regarding cleanup of the property.
I did not ask Miss Lisa to be here just because all the information that she's going to give you, I can give you. She's not living there. She does have an apartment. I don't know if we discussed that last month or not. She's been going back and forth with a mortgage company, and Mr. Myers, you're going to know more about it than I am, but to potentially do a quick sell, if that sounds familiar.
Okay.
Does that sound familiar? So she's trying to do that. However, the mortgage company is going round and round. I know that she's reached out to a few like real estate agents. I think 1% listing specifically, and then a few others that do like the, I guess,
Yeah.
houses
It's a
for
quick
cash
deed,
or whatever.
yeah.
So she is trying. I know that it still is condemned. It is still secure. She has moved little bits at a time just because with her health and stuff she couldn't do too much, but I know it's been being placed with the road for sanitation to pick up. Kind of same thing as what we just dealt with in the previous one, trying to see what she's gonna do.
Whatever happened with the professional cleaning company that was supposed to be out?
She canceled that apparently because she decided that she wanted to sell.
That still has to be cleaned up. There's still like a biohazard going on.
She doesn't want it to be her problem.
That's correct.
Still a problem.
Yeah.
Um,
I will say it's not posing a threat to
right.
the neighbors.
Not a community issue.
That's correct.
Okay.
The only threat it was essentially posing was to
To
her.
her.
I think it would be different if, you know, we were having a lot more issues on exterior affecting the neighbors, but
I agree.
I haven't had, you know, complaints or anything from anybody.
And animal control got all the cats?
To my knowledge, I know that they were still trying to fight to get one out. I'm not sure if Animal Services has been back, but I know Miss Lisa does go, I think, every day or every other day to check on the cat, trying to get it out. It's stuck in a mattress. I don't know that part.
You don't wanna know either.
Not
Poor
really.
thing.
Not really.
Oh, this one's hard.
Let me ask a question, this quick sale, how does that work? Does it-
Well, so what I think, well, okay. If they're talking about a short sale, which is what if the lender is not okay with this, that's what I'm thinking. What that means is she's wanting to sell it for less than what she owes on it.
Oh, okay,
Right.
okay.
And without pulling up, without looking at that, I can't tell you how much she owes on it or where she would stand, but that's what that implies to me.
Right.
So the mortgage company would buy the
No.
house, or,
No, they have to
Oh,
agree, well, so if what she is saying is that if she's talked to another realtor and they've told her that her house is worth, let's say,
Yep.
I'm using round numbers, let's say it's $100,000 is what they've told her it's worth in
Yep.
its present condition, but she owes $135,000.
oh, okay,
The lender has to agree to take less
for the house.
for the house
Okay.
Right.
rather than proceed with foreclosure, which they have the legal right to do.
Okay,
Right.
So they can be, short sales can be tricky and they are not guaranteed depending on the property and whether, and what, to be all honest, what the mortgage company wants to do.
Yeah.
so in this situation, because of the condition of the property,
That's what I'm
they
thinking.
may not wanna do the short
Right.
sale.
Well, we haven't seen a lot of short sales in a minute because most people still have quite a bit of equity in their properties.
Okay,
But I have no idea what she's borrowed against
Mm-hmm.
the house.
right,
And we know that what condition
Right.
the property is in. So, I mean, it's entirely possible that yeah, she owes more on it than what she'd be able to sell it for.
I do know that she's trying, but
Okay.
apparently the mortgage company is giving her runaround, or I guess whoever the lender is that she's got to get in contact with is being
Giving her a
very
hard time.
Yeah.
Well, the lender's gonna ultimately send somebody out to inspect it because, I mean, this is the collateral for that loan. So they have the right to send somebody out and inspect the property. So one of two things will probably end up happening. If the lender looks at this and says, oh, we don't wanna deal with this, you know, then, they may agree to a short sale, but they're gonna specify what amount that's gonna be. So can you get, an investor, let's say, to pay what the lender's gonna require to release that?
Right.
Otherwise, they're gonna move forward with foreclosure and take it back for themselves and see what they can get for it on the market, so.
they'd be in the same boat, with a foreclosure,
Yeah.
Right,
other than the fact that they don't, well,
Right.
technically lose money, okay.
right. Now, the fact that this property is in front of us and how that would impact those proceedings, I don't know. Are they even aware yet that the Housing Commission has their eye on this property? I don't know. So,
I feel like she said she did disclose that to them.
Okay. They have been condemned.
Because she called me asking questions about that, about the condemnation aspect of it. So I want to say she did disclose that, but I have not heard from, which I wouldn't really expect to, but from the mortgage company themselves to ask questions about it. So,
but that's a long answer to say that what she's describing is not,
Yeah.
may not be resolved in 30
No.
days.
No. Is she still going and getting things out of the house? And I'm sure she's not cleaning or doing anything to rectify the situation.
she's moving stuff to the road, like all the old
Okay.
furniture and stuff, when she can and when she has some help. It's definitely not where it needs to be. Absolutely not.
What about the exterior, the yard, that kind of stuff? Should we be worried about the grass getting cut? Anything?
Not yet. code enforcement just now, we've been trying to give everybody
Yeah.
a minute,
Right,
right, before we
right.
start on grass. We actually started yesterday on grass. I will contact her directly if, that needs to be the case, and have her make sure she's at least maintaining the exterior, but.
Exactly. And that's where my brain was going, is if this is gonna take a minute on the interior, whether it go over to foreclosure, she gets a quick deed, whatever, short sale, wherever she gets done with it. I just wanna make sure the exterior is not a nuisance to the neighborhood, so. Suggestions? There's not much we can do. Cause I mean, I don't wanna say, let's get a bid for cleanup, because she's
You know what
walking
I'm
away
saying?
from it, from
And
what,
yes-
from what I feel.
We're not ever gonna get our money back. We can put a lien
No,
on that.
right,
But if it's already in short sale territory, the city's gonna.
we're
be
not
stuck
gonna
with
get,
that.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I was about
Yeah.
to say. I mean, I can all day long if that's what you guys want, but that's,
yeah. We
to
won't get
me,
our
is a
money.
waste of slumlord clearance money whenever I know what's gonna happen essentially. You know what I mean?
Right.
Is there anything we can do to preemptively make any statement about exterior maintenance, or do we just have to wait until there's a complaint?
I think we can put it in the
Grass is
order,
contractors.
this order, to
Yeah.
maybe, we understand with the, obviously not this wording, but we understand with the interior, but maybe put it in the order, please make sure that we're maintaining exterior. Even though you're waiting on mortgage company doesn't mean that you need to neglect your exterior of it.
Right.
And go from there. And then I also know that we can send, if need be, Mr. Ritchie, maybe you can get with Mr. Litchford to figure out who the mortgage company is, and we can send the order to them. Like I said, I know that they've been put on notice by her. I don't know how much of it they know, but maybe if they get something from us too.
With the elevation of house prices in the last few years, I would think there's some equity there that may be able to,
Maybe
To
I
cushion
didn't
it a
ask
little
too much
bit.
personal. Yeah, I didn't.
you know. I know the market's getting a little soft, but I think there's still a lot of equity out there.
Soft, but not. But here again, I mean, I don't, we know what the condition is. Let me see
Right.
if I can find it, quickly. I didn't bring my laptop. Let me see if I can.
I know sometimes with those, they would require you to pay the difference of what you're selling and what the value is, or the payoff. There's no telling.
She was explaining it to me, and I tried to comprehend and give
It
it back to y'all the best I knew.
No,
But
it's okay, I understand. Is that on the property deed site that would have that information on there, James?
Tax record.
Yes.
Get to the right thing here. It's not as user friendly on my phone.
Right.
It's just.
Right.
Well, I only see one mortgage. The lender of record was Accredited Home Lenders. And that was when she purchased it at 100% financing in 2006 for $116,500.
Yeah,
So
that's kinda high
I would think,
for 2007.
even in its present condition, she ought to be able to get out under that loan, but.
Right. Okay.
So we make a motion to move it to the next meeting and see what's going on, or just so we don't lose sight of it.
I think so, and understanding that the exterior remain, maintenanced.
Okay,
You
so
know the wording, so.
what, I'm sorry, what was the first part I heard with the exterior?
We'll make a motion to move it to the next
Next
meeting.
time.
Right.
We don't lose sight of it, yeah.
Yep, yep.
Okay. Fort Whitehead Avenue to May 13th meeting, I just can't get the
It's
right
okay.
one. May 13th meeting, to review with the stipulation that the current owner, maintain the exterior of the property. And do we need her to, okay, do we need her to appear to give us an update on this, or?
That's your call. If you want her to, we can. I normally like for them to be here if they're not being compliant, you know what I'm saying? And I don't have contact with them, but Miss Lisa has been very open with me on contact. I talk to her at least once a week. So that's totally up to you guys. If you want her here, I'll make her be here. If you
I think
just,
if there's no huge update of like,
Yeah.
hey, I have a closing and
Yeah.
this is where we're doing it, and, you know, I don't think it's necessary unless there's something concrete that she's gonna give us.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second.
Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Commissioner Valone,
Yes.
Chairperson Davis.
Yes. Yeah, are there any comments, correspondence from the board? Any communications? Okay, so we'll be adjourned. Great, thank you.